Hi all, Hal here with, yes, you guessed it, Alpha 15! Oh, okay, so we're going to try this. If it doesn't work, I'll scrub the recording, because I've been having all sorts of problems with Alpha 15 early builds, so now that we've got a final build, we're going to give it a try, right? So let's look. We're going through with our normal stuff, loot spawn every 5 days, tool belt. Actually, can we go? Yeah, every 5 days. Tool belt only, 30-second enemy memory. We're going to go medium spawning this time, which is the 100% normal spawns. Airdrops every 3 days. Cheat mode is obviously off. Airdrops are on and marked, so only 100% loot and 100% durability. So basically everything's mostly default. We are in Nomad, which is the average difficulty, because I'm not quite sure if the game's even going to work, so I'm not going to worry about doing anything ridiculously difficult. So let us start. So yeah, welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've put anything out for it. Hopefully the game did not just crash. We'll see. My recording software sometimes cuts out when I'm launching the game, so hopefully we will be able to get directly into the game without it dying on us. Oh, so we've got a new... so this has actually changed even since build 88 on the early unstable build. Now, for those who don't know, random gen maps now have a maximum size. Because the changes to the game, what it does is it allows them to make things a little bit more stable and to get around some of the difficulty that people were running into once you got much larger maps, especially in the multiplayer stuff. So because of it, it gives you a finite amount of distance, but at the same time it still gives you a random experience every time you start the game. So we're not going to complain about this. We're going to take a look, wait for it. And now I've been told that it can take a couple of minutes at this point where you're waiting for the game to actually start, because it's pre-rendering the entire map. Now that I'm in... Yes, I know. We have to do the basic survival quest. First things first, let's get this crap out of our menu, and I got started on the side of a hill. Okay, well, at least there's lumber here. Alright, so now I just need stone, which is going to be... Okay, that's pig. Now, I'm not quite sure what the safe period is on this. As you know, whenever you start a new game in 7 Days to Die, there's this period of time, usually it's one in-game day, before you start running into zombies. But that is also based on your difficulty. It's modified by your difficulty, as well as your distance traveled. If you go far enough away, you will run into zombies on day one. I've proven this repeatedly. I always run into them, and I tend to run into large groups of them when I do. So I have to say I'm actually liking the availability of small stone. I am not looking forward to a couple of things in this alpha. I will be straight up honest with you all about this. One of the things that I am not really happy with is the cost to manufacture things. They've basically been making changes to the cost mechanics in the game. All right. Oh, awesome. So it did keep my... It's always good when they keep my settings, but it looks like they did decrease the time, because it... Level 1 only took about 5 seconds to create. Usually that was like, I think 15 seconds previously. So that may be why they've increased the cost to manufacture, because of the decreases in time. Now, do I have enough to make pants? So we need gloves, we need hood, we need pants, we need shirt, and shoes. Okay. So we're going to be waiting for... Did I pick up a piece of stone already? Oh no, I picked up snowball. Okay. So we're going to be waiting for this stuff to catch up, get our crafting, or get our quest updated. See, they've... Okay, so yeah, snow is back in. Now, they have made changes to the resources. If you remember the last few alphas, they've actually been removing some of the block style resources, and you were getting, instead of iron ore, you were getting scrap metal or scrap iron that you had to then smelt down. My understanding is that they have actually brought back the tiers of resource. So if you are out and about and you harvest, let's say, a car using a wrench, right? You take a car apart. You'll get scrap iron. If you go in and mine from an iron vein, you will get iron ore, both of which have to be smelted down, but the iron ore provides more resource per block. Let's see here. We actually want... Yes, I am playing with a guy this time. You know, trying to be nice for Grandma Shirley, so maybe she'll come play with us again. Alright, so we need to make a club. What do I need for this? I need 10 wood. I am 1 wood shy. But that's okay, because we have a tree right here. Look at that. How convenient was that? I'm going to go ahead and... I'm actually going ahead and trim the entire tree. Now, for the people that are more involved or more interested in the later game, specifically like advanced crafting, when we get to the point where we're building massive bases... so you know, they've actually changed the way that some of the resources, such as trees, spawn. If you plant trees now, it used to be you could plant them pretty much anywhere, and you would get a potentially full-grown tree. In Alpha 15, the trees have been changed where they require specific soil types. So you can still plant the tree in sand, but it won't reach its maximum potential in size and resource value. If you want to do that, you have to have the appropriate sand and or the appropriate dirt. And the dirt has to be something that is able to support life. So what you're going to need to be doing is the human waste that you can pick up, the poop. You're going to need to be collecting that, because that is now part of the fertilizer system. And if you want to maximize your plants as well as just the trees, but even your farms, you're going to need the fertilizer, because the fertilizer will allow you to grow larger and healthier plants without having to do like a giant search for just specific types of soil. At least this is what we're being told. I haven't tried it yet. Obviously, we're in day 1, so we will see how this actually plays out. Right now, we're trying to finish our day 1 quest. Come on. There we go. What's our next quest? I'm going to go ahead and keep taking trees down, because we need as much lumber as we can get. Need as much lumber, as much stone, and as many feathers as we can find. And we're going to take... We should have enough to take this down. And then what we're going to do... Because apparently... They've taken a lot of recipes out of the game. They're now based on skill unlocks. Things like the wrench, the forge, and I believe the claw hammer are now things that you can make day 1 if you have the resources for them. Oh. So it doesn't just destroy it now. What do we need to repair it? Okay. So what I really should be doing is I should probably be just building new ones anyway to level the skill up. The tool manufacturing skills. It looks like we have some green space over there. So we have water down there, we got green space over here. This actually is turning into a not bad spot. So, alright, so let's go ahead and make our bow. And we're going to need to make arrows as well. I'm just going to make as many arrows as I can. Alright. so we've updated that. Alright, so we need to craft 3 wood frames, place those wood frames, and upgrade those wood frames. I'm thinking I may go ahead and just do that here. We're only at 8:30 in game, so this is not a bad way to start. Like I said, I really do want to make sure I have enough lumber because I need to be able to build a starter base very, very quickly. A lot of the defense systems that people are used to using have been changed. Spikes have been rebalanced again. The wood spikes, so you have the spike trap, the wood log spikes, and then metal spikes, right? The metal spikes being basically an upgrade path, part of the upgrade path from the wood spikes. All right, so I do need to find some more feathers as well. But the balance on the spikes, the bleed factor that they generate does not last as long, but does a little bit more. I think the spikes do a little bit more damage by default now. Man, I really don't want to go down there because then I have to slub all the way back up here. There's desert over there, and then we got green space in the distance, it looks like. Is that green space or wasteland? I can't tell. Oh, I know I'm going to regret this. Actually, before we go too much further, let's go ahead and put our wooden bow in. Let's get that thing loaded up. What we're going to do is go looking for feathers, because we really need the feathers. Not that I can use any of this stuff day one. I do need to make the frame. I also am going to need to make a backpack. Lots of resources down here, so I may actually move down here for our day 1, day 2 stuff, so that we can. There's a lot of. I'm not going to complain. I like tree stumps. Tree stumps are good. They tend to have lots of stuff in them. Some of it's useful, some of it's not. Alright, so let's see if we can find some more feathers while we're doing that. Definitely want to be crafting the entire time, gathering resources as you go, because you're going to need all of this stuff. So I'm trying to really get just a good portion of our stuff here sorted. Oh, do I want the deer? Actually, can I make a purse? Oh, let's see. What can we... No, because I don't have any cloth. But I can make a storage chest. Let's go ahead and craft one of these. We're going to put this thing right there, because we're going to go kill the deer. Oh. Oh, come on. I can't tell if the arrows are dropping more or less than they used to. I really do dislike the fact that the deer basically run for days. I can't tell if how close I am to it. There it goes. Okay. Wow, that thing's got some massive drift on it now. Actually, did I pick up a knife? Oh, I have a knife. Yes. Thank you. This was actually a good day 1 so far. And then definitely want the bones and such, but we're going to go drop off all this stuff into the chest, so we are not carrying it around with us, because we do not want zombie stink on us. For those who don't know, when you're carrying raw meat, or, well, specifically meat, and open food, you will end up with what I jokingly refer to as zombie stank. Basically, what this is it's a system that allows the zombies to track you by scent, and it's really bloody annoying. Okay. How many more arrows can I make? I can make 4 more arrows. I wasted a bunch of arrows on that deer and chicken. So we're going to grab some more stone. We do need to start considering where we're going to build. And I'm thinking what I may do is, because we've had some changes to the way that things like zombies work around water, I'm thinking I may go ahead and just build out on the water a little bit. Go out far enough that we can build. Oh, look at you. Yeah. So did they put the meat back in? That's the question. Now there used to be different types of meat. Okay, so I need to go a little higher. Too high? Yeah, see this random, like, what our random spread on. Wow, that was a lucky shot. I shot over the horizon there for it. Well, over the hill. Alright, so. Oh, look. And he brought me to a nest. Thank you, Mr. Pig. Your sacrifice will not have been in vain. But you want to get rid of the gore blocks and such as you run into them, especially in areas where you're planning on building anything, because the gore blocks. Oh, snowberries. Oh, these are fun. These are poison. Yeah, you can make a tonic out of these things that will, I think, give you a boost, but it like slowly poisons you over time if you eat too many of them or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Let me get back down to the chest, drop this meat off, and we can take a look and find out. You guys. So throw the meat in there. Okay. Only borderline edible. But yeah, so you can use those to make, I think you can make poisons and stuff with those now as well. Specifically for the PvP side of the house. Don't quote me on that though. Like I said, this is day 1. I'm not quite up to speed on everything you can do in this yet. You are a chicken, and I really wanted to hunt you, but I saw another one over here somewhere. There he is. Chicken walking on water. Look at that. He's a holy chicken. Gotcha. Gotcha, chicken. There you go. Quick. This is the reason why you want to hunt chickens. You get ridiculous amounts of food from them. Well, you get food and feathers. The 2 things that you need to survive in this game. Well, that and a base. So the 3 things. 3 things you need to... Sorry. I had to do it. It's not a game if we can't make a Spanish Inquisition joke, right? Because no one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. Alright, so, wow, that was a lot of feathers, actually. Okay, so we are getting cold. Now, the reason I was really hoping that I wasn't going to have to go swimming, Mad Mole has made water deadly. And I do mean deadly. Basically, the cooling effect of water has been drastically increased. I think it's pretty much like a 50% increase in the water cooling effect, which is great if you're somewhere where you're overheating. For most people, though, this is bad. This is very, very bad. So, let's go ahead. I need to make some frames, right? So let's go ahead and harvest a bunch more trees. Do we have any stone? No, let's grab some stone so that we have plenty of supplies on us. Look at that. I got some iron. That should be the scrap iron? Raw iron. Oh, nice. Even better. So each of the zones, right, the resources have changed. For those who have been playing or have been watching 7 Days to Die for a while, you may remember the bedrock mining thing. Basically, you would find a place, drill down to bedrock, and then look between bedrock and like 10 levels up. That has actually been brought back to the game. Still not sure how I feel about it. We'll see. You know what? Let's go ahead and craft a new one. I'm kind of curious to see what the difference in quality is now. Yeah, see, much better. So each biome has resources that are specific to that biome. There's a chance for any resource to spawn in any biome. Just certain biomes have a higher percentage chance of specific resources spawning. And then when you go down to the bedrock layer, you can open up mines down there, which I think it's like plus or minus 10 levels, where the ores will spawn the most heavily. Which means for middle to moderately late game for a lot of players, for the people that are really, really experienced, which includes most of the YouTubers that have done more than a season on the game, it should be within like the first 2 or 3 days before they're at bedrock, just depending on who it is and how they're choosing to play this time. I myself have not decided which way I'm going to play it this time. I was thinking I might even play as a nomad. Basically not build any long-term bases anywhere, but I haven't decided. And it looks like, yeah, they did bring back the old resource rocks. This is good. So resource rocks are these wonderful things here. They were introduced in Alpha 7, Alpha 6, something like that. And what these things do is you have a chance to get a lot of different resources. You always get stone, you usually get iron, and you sometimes, and now it looks like you get lead. If they brought them back the way they used to be back in Alpha 9-ish days, I think it was Alpha 8, Alpha 9. Is this thing broke already? Really? Wow. All right. I'm just gonna craft another one. So yeah. But yeah. So if you remember what that used to be like. Back in those days, resource rocks used to give you potassium, charcoal, iron, and lead, and stone. Every time you hit them, you got like 1 to 3 of each, right? That got nerfed quickly because these things spawn everywhere. So it was very easy for people to get resources, but it was during a period in time when they were changing over the way that resources worked in the game, and that was the only way to ensure players could actually get what they needed to survive. So we're going to drop that off, drop this off. See, I've got nitrate in here. So yes, it looks like they did basically bring back the old resource rock system then. I am not going to complain about that. I got a lot of feathers. Got some stone. Now I'm going to need to make a bedroll and campfire at some point. They just want wood frame. So let's go ahead and make... Oh, I don't know. Let's go ahead and make, say, 25 of these. That'll let me make a 5x5 platform. And what we'll do... is there... Let's see if we have any... It doesn't look like... it doesn't look like I've exposed any clay. So we're going to head this way a little bit, I think. I guess we could go to the green space because it looks like there's probably clay over there. Now, Madmole did say that the best place to find clay is probably going to be on like the riverbeds. Yep, look at that. He wasn't joking. It's right there. Now, the reason why I'm looking for clay is because since we have the parts to do so, I'm going to do 25 of these. And what that'll do is that gives me 5 pillars of 5 blocks to get out of the water to put my platform in. Wow, speaking of water, I just realized, holy crap, That looks great. Wow. They weren't joking when they said that they were revamping the graphics engine. Holy crap, guys. TFP, I have to say, compliments, man. That is nice. See, I'm so busy about trying to survive. I didn't even stop to look at the bloody graphics yet. Oh, look, another deer. Right. So, and like I said, basically, your day one is about getting enough supplies together to survive to day two. And this includes things like meat, arrows, weapons, armor, if you can craft it. That's already been searched. Alright, so let's go. Ooh, another one. Right. Now where'd that deer go? I saw you over here a second ago, buddy. See, I keep getting distracted because of the birds' nests. I know there's a deer here in the area. Alright, so it looks like they did make the oh, that's one of the weather control blocks. So when you're transitioning up and down hills, the angle of that you hit this thing at will impact how much speed you gain or lose. And where did that deer go? Did it despawn because I didn't go after it fast enough? Or did it just run up the hill? I'm not seeing it. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this before we go too much further. And I think we are in a good position to go ahead and end this first episode. I want to thank you all for stopping in today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. We will be bringing 7 Days to Die back as a full series because it looks like it stayed stable. So hopefully, looks good. I am really liking the environmental changes. You know, as much crap as I've been giving Mad Mole and crew about the some of the updates and some of the changes that they've made, I am liking the environmental changes. So, well done on that, guys. Looks good. Congratulations on the Alpha 15 launch. Oh, look at that. We got blueberries. All right, so there's a pig up there, but I don't want the pig. I want the deer. Because the deer gives me hide. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can keep finding... See if I can find some deer. I need the venison. And let's see if we can we get that guy before he wanders off too far? We tagged him. Arrow in the butt. Nope. Arrow in the butt. Yep, arrows in the butt. Okay, quick, get up there before it despawns. No gore blocks. No gore blocks. So, as I was saying, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, I do ask that you subscribe, as both the likes and subscriptions do help the channel to grow, as do the comments and everything else. So if you have any comments, make sure you're throwing those down in the section below each of the videos. I want to thank you all for stopping in today. I hope you're looking forward to Alpha 15 as much as I am as recording it and bringing it for you, because I am really excited about this build. This looks really, really good. And I hope that you'll come back next time. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. All right. Ooh, Spam. Never thought I'd be happy to see a can of Spam in my life. Oh. Or I'm sorry, sham. Alright, let's head back and go drop this stuff off and get started on our base.